tell if I'm live yet. I don't know. Anyway, Nick Peterson here. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about seeing these things that are hidden in plain sight that people are missing and how to use it in a way that gets you what you want. So the assumption is you're in business to get something that matters to you, something that you want. You want to accomplish something which requires a lot of moving parts, right? So here's a conversation that I had with a private client, big time influencer, and I sat on a call. So I sat on a call yesterday with her and her clients, and her clients were over the moon, saying, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe that you said my name." Live on Instagram, my friends, my family, like they thought it was really cool because I talk about you all the time, and then boom, you drop my name. And that was echoed. A few people in the class were like, "Yeah, it was just so cool that you acknowledge me publicly. Like that means a lot." Okay. Later that day, we had a one-on-one call, little like office day deep dive, and the question came up: how do I get more people to review my app? It's a good question. And they had all these plans. We can incentivize them this way. We can incentivize them that way. We can ask them to do this and give them this reward. And these are all things that in theory work, but they're inefficient. Like, let's get wind at our back by creating a massive unfair advantage, asymmetry in our favor. How do we do that? Well, in this case, we already know that a massive, massive part of her fan base will lose their mind if she says their name publicly. It's that simple. So let's go back to the reviews that are already there, and just on an Instagram live, which is where, she'll have 100, 150 people watching at any time, say, "Hey, John Doe, thank you for leaving a review. That means a lot. You said XYZ. I appreciate that. Let me tell you about this, blah, 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 blah. Oh, by the way, Jane Doe, thank you for leaving a review. You're awesome. I love our conversations," etc., etc. What happens now is the currency that her audience values most is acknowledgement by her. And she is showing them, if you leave a review, you may get acknowledged. Ross, what's up, man? You may get acknowledged. That is the most powerful currency. Why would we try to pay them money or give them free videos or give them a month for free, which is all cool, but that's not the most powerful currency we have. So what we need to do is identify the step we want them to take. We want them to leave reviews. Okay, now what is the currency they value most? It is acknowledgement from her. Okay, so now how can we use acknowledgement by her to get reviews? Most people will go, "Oh, God, I'll send an email or I'll make a video say, hey, if you do this, I'll do this," with a little bit of a bribe, which is perfectly fine and ethical, but it's an external pressure. It's not going to be as powerful. Let's create an internal pressure, okay? Which means if I go, "Hey, Ross, what's up, man? Thank you so much for leaving a comment. You're the freaking man. I love the way that you run traffic, and your software lead carrot is just the jam." What happens now, everybody watching, they have an internal pressure. Hey, maybe if I leave a comment, he'll say something nice about me publicly. That's an internal pressure. It's going to be way more powerful. It's going to push them towards the thing they aspire, which is to be acknowledged, right? So that's how you move people. You get wind at your back and you get your audience to work for you, and you don't pay them cash because they're getting something they value far more than cash. They're not employees. They're your audience. They're your fans. They value something you do more than money, right? Because they don't work for you hourly. So, step one, figure out the step you want them to take. You want more people to comment on your video. You want more reviews. You want more applications. You want more referrals. Okay, write that down. This is the thing this is the action I want people to take. Second, what is the thing that my biggest fans value the most? Is it acknowledgement by me? Is it a shout out? Is it a little bit of one-on-one time? What is the thing that my audience values most? And then how can I create an internal buying pressure? Which means how can I show them, hey, look, People that do this get this without straight up saying it. We'll say that later, okay? We use an external buying pressure later on in the process. But we want to take advantage of this internal pressure because your greatest fans don't want to respond to deadlines. They just want to be there first. They just want that currency that you have that they value so much. Right? So that's strategy. It's not it's not marketing and sales tactic. It's strategy. How do we, all right, big picture strategy. This is the piece that we need right now, given our resources, given the currency that we have the most of, given the leverage that we have, and given the way our audience perceives us. What is the thing that we can do that'll fill this hole the fastest, cheapest, lowest risk way? And then repeat. It's not always pay people to do stuff, incentivize. Never forget that today's incentive is tomorrow's entitlement. For you service providers that want to, incentivize by doing something really cool for someone because they'll appreciate it, especially your audience and your clients and your employees, never forget that today's incentive is tomorrow's entitlement. So we want to be very, very careful about bribing people to do things. There are ethical bribes. I use ethical bribes all the time. But we want to create an internal pressure as much as possible, meaning they are dying to do it. They really, really, really want to be part of it. You don't have to ask them or tell them or give them a deadline. Then they do it, and there's no entitlement. You are giving them a gift by allowing them to take that step, which seems strange, but that's just because you are in business for a different currency. You're probably in business to make money. A lot of your clients are not really hiring you to make money, even if you're B2B, believe it or not. So, what is the step we want them to take? What is the currency that my biggest fans value the most? And it's not always money. My biggest fans are 50, 60 years old, and they have more money than I do. So it's not currency that they value most, right? And then 3, what is the thing that we can give to them to create an internal buying pressure? What can we show them that makes them say, man, I want to be part of that, without actually telling them to be part of it? That's the trick. That's what I do one-on-one with people all the time. I rarely sell ROI. I'll guarantee it sometimes, like for private clients, I guarantee ROI in 30 days or whatever. But it's not ROI. It's getting you what you actually want, right? Faster, smoother, more certainty, less risk, using Dan Nicholson's language there. It's just, here's the long-term picture. Here's the strategy that'll get you there faster, smoother, for cheaper. And yeah, you'll make a lot more money. That's it. Earn customers for life. If you just want the book on kind of how to do all this stuff and how to start thinking through it, there's a framework for it. earncustomersforlife.com. Go through that exercise.